On December 10, 1996, a 37-year-old Harvard-trained brain scientist named Jill Bolte Taylor woke up to a piercing pain behind her left eye. And within 4 hours, she could not speak, read, or recognize her own arm as her own. She was having a massive stroke, and as her brain shut down function by function, she noticed something no one had ever measured from the inside. The exact moment a wave of pure rage or fear floods your bloodstream, and the exact moment it drains back out for good. That moment came 90 seconds later, every single time without exception. Taylor later confirmed it in her published research. When something triggers you, your limbic system dumps a flood of adrenaline and cortisol into your blood, and that chemical flood has a hard physical lifespan of about 1.5 minutes. After that, the biology is finished. Whatever emotion you are still feeling past the 90-second mark is not chemistry anymore. It is a choice, because your thinking brain has already taken the wheel back and started replaying the story on a loop of its own making. Stick around, because we post one of these deep dives every single day, and tomorrow's is about a memory trick most people get completely backwards, so subscribe now so you do not miss it. Here is the part elite performers exploit. Navy SEAL instructors and Special Forces psychologists teach recruits to count the 90 seconds on purpose, the same way a boxer waits out a standing 8 count. Because the moment you know the wave has a built-in timer, you stop fighting the emotion and start riding it out instead. Jocko Willink calls this the gap between stimulus and identity. The person who lets the full 90 seconds pass without reacting is the one who gets to decide who they become in the 90 seconds after that, and repeated enough times that decision becomes a personality trait. It is not suppression, and it is not toughness either. It is just math. But almost nobody actually gets the full 90 seconds, because most people re-trigger themselves before the chemicals even clear the bloodstream. You replay the argument in your head, you reread the text that made you angry, and each replay dumps a fresh 90-second dose into your system, which is why a 5-minute annoyance can spiral into a 3-hour funk that feels like it came out of nowhere. If you have ever caught yourself doing exactly that, drop a comment with the word loop so we know how many of you recognize this pattern, and hit like so more people see it too. Taylor's own recovery took 8 years, but the 90-second window she discovered while her own brain was shutting down is now taught in trauma therapy, hostage negotiation training, and Special Forces selection courses, because it turns out the fastest route to becoming unshakable was never about controlling the emotion in the first place. It was always about outlasting the clock until the chemistry lets go on its own. Subscribe and tap the bell so tomorrow's rule lands in your feed.